USC has defeated Colorado 48-41. It's time to empty the notebook. Presented by Roll 'em Up Taquitos. With the win on Saturday, USC now moves to 5-0 on the season and 17-0 all-time against Colorado.
This is the first time that the Trojans have started two consecutive seasons 5-0 since the 2005 and 2006 seasons. USC has averaged 44.6 points per game under head coach Lincoln Riley, which ranks first in FBS. Saturday's game against Colorado marked the sixth straight game in which USC has scored 40-plus points, which is the longest active streak in FBS. It is also the longest streak for USC since the 2003 season under Pete Carroll. The Trojans continue to dominate in the first half of their games as they've scored in every first half drive they've attempted so far in the 2023 season.
Though he was crowned as college football's best player last season, Caleb Williams continues to improve each game in 2023.
Williams was 30 of 40 for 403 yards on Saturday with 6 touchdowns and 1 interception, which was his first of the season. He's the sole quarterback in FBS with 6 passing touchdowns in a single game so far this season, and he is the first Trojan to do so since Cody Kessler accomplished the feat in 2014. Saturday marked Williams' 6th career game with 5-plus touchdown passes, which is the most among active FBS players. Overall, 6 different Trojans found the end zone in Boulder, including tight end Jude Wolfe. The redshirt senior has battled his way back through multiple injuries over the course of his career and finally scored his first touchdown as a Trojan.
Head coach Lincoln Riley credited USC for their best half of football so far in 2023, but it was ultimately a tale of two halves for the Trojans.
USC dominated in all 3 phases to start the game, scoring 34 points on offense, collapsing the pocket against Colorado's quarterback, and recording a blocked punt. Riley described USC's second half play as, quote, not very good, saying, quote, we did the things that you don't do when you're trying to finish out a good opponent on the road. The head coach did note that some of the lessons learned from USC's first road game of the season showed up on Saturday, citing specific improvement on both sides of the ball against Colorado. Riley summed up the Trojans' 5th game of the season saying, quote, we're going to own the win, we're going to own the mistakes, we're going to own the good, we're going to go back to work and ready to go back home in the Collie.
Now, I want to finish with one final note highlighting the play of Dejon Benton. I asked head coach Lincoln Riley about the defensive tackle's performance on Saturday, and Riley gave a much more detailed answer than I was expecting.
The head coach was candid about Benton's struggles when Riley first arrived at USC, saying, quote, I didn't know if he was going to make it. The rigors of the program, the demands, the accountability. Riley shared that there were many moments of, quote, hard love last season where USC's coaching staff held the defensive linemen accountable. Riley shared Saturday how proud he is of Benton, emphasizing how he's transformed under new leadership. The head coach also pointed to Benton's maturation as a result of the culture change that has taken place in this new era of USC football. The defensive lineman was a disruptive force on Saturday, recording 2 tackles for loss, including 1 sack.
That's going to wrap it up here at Folsom Field in Boulder. Stay tuned for all the coverage of USC versus Arizona this week.